Luga, do you know why Marksburg was built? Correct. Although it was meant to do more than just physically link the two nations. This city serves as a figurative bridge as well, linking cultures and ideologies. You could say that Marksburg is the beginning of a new era of international relations.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just some recent history.
Can I join in? I don't want to mess up the next pop quiz.
Of course you can, Elise. You're my star pupil after all. All the way back to when, precisely? A few weeks ago?
Rowen is always quizzing us to make sure we don't fall behind in school. What's our next quiz question, Mr. Ilbert?
I bet it's about recent Olympia's history.
Fine, then. Here's your question. Who uttered the famous quote that begins with, "May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth"? It's a saying that has made a deep impression on me.
DODA here. We've detected a new fractured dimension. The rift is in Marksburg. Please check the coordinates.
More work, perhaps?
Can you handle this yourself?
The relationship between the nations would be the least of our concerns if we ignored the fractured dimensions.
I couldn't study anymore either.
Very well then. Luga, we will be accompanying you.
We'll show him what Rhizamaxians are made of. Hey, how'd you like it if I tugged your head?
It doesn't hurt. You're just her talking dummy.
I am not a dummy, dummy!
What an... Nice breeze. I could spend all day here.
The first order of business is tracking down the divergent.
You're a shoo-in to win the election, Chancellor Marcia.
You got our votes!
Thank you.
Hey, I recognize her.
Chancellor Marcia of Olympias.
Hey, it's not every day you get to see a Chancellor.
She seems to be a politician in this dimension as well.
It's an honor to meet you, Chancellor. Please, I insist you accept these Olympian treats.
I am most grateful for the sentiment, but I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, I insist, Chancellor. Nothing like some good food to keep your mind sharp. Let's show those Rhizamaxians what we're made of.
Hear, hear! It's time to let them know who's really on top!
agree with them, Luger?
Olympias must be more desperate for resources than I had thought. I wonder how she will handle this.
In that case, you would honor me by enjoying such fine produce with your own family.
Are you sure?
Thank you for your support, but it is not just Olympias that must prosper. I seek widespread joy for all.
Joys begat from misfortunes afar bring the brittlest of blessings. Widespread joy is a greater joy for all. May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth, and carry those joys far afield. For the act of spreading joy is the greatest joy of all.
What?
Oh, it just came to me who said that. It was Bradbury, the famous Olympian philosopher. I'm right?
Correct. Very well done, Elise.
You don't find Bradbury to be too much of a bleeding heart?
Oh, very much so. But maintaining compassion in a harsh world may be the ultimate test of fortitude. Incidentally, The Science of Happiness is my favorite of Bradbury's works.
Ah, yes. The source of that quote. What's that, Sonny? How'd your fill of philosophical debate today?
What a cute kitty!
He's my dearest friend. Come, Sonny. Let's go home.
It was an honor to speak with you.
Luger, did you see that?
Apparently, Chancellor Marcia's dearest friend is the divergence catalyst in this dimension.
After that kitty!
They may be bound for a train. Let's follow them to the station.
Rowen, your conversation was really interesting back there.
The Science of Joy is my favorite of Bradbury's works.
That's only the merest hint of how many levels a geezer like me operates on. Nor should you, my dear Luger. But still, you mustn't praise me so. It makes my beard itch.
You're amazing, Rowen. How can you be so wise and so handsome?
And what a stylish dresser, but with an air of mystery.
Oh, please, come now. That's quite enough.
You're so witty.
That's just one more thing we love about you.
Does it make you proud of yourselves to pick on a defenseless old man?
You don't whine and pay your fine, right on?
And after he heard my paraphrasing, he followed up with the exact Bradbury quote.
Huh. How perceptive of him.
It stopped me dead in my tracks. His eyes were so wise, yet I couldn't help but notice he had an air of loneliness about him, too.
Why, Marcia, I don't recall you ever gushing this much about another human. I always knew I could never be enough for you.
Oh, rubbish. Don't talk like that. I can't rely on others. People are so selfish. That's why I'm so glad I have you.
Nevertheless.
Anyhow, I have to go. Your outline is just perfect for my next speech. As always, I can't thank you enough for your counsel.
Thank you, and good luck.
The car seems to be...
It's Chancellor Marcia's cat.
So this is the divergence catalyst. The thought troubles me as well, and I'm not even a cat person. Nevertheless...
You people lost or something?
What?
No way!
You've been eavesdropping on us, haven't you?
How is this possible?
Wait just a minute!
How come you can talk?
An ironic question coming from a toy, don't you think? You, of all things, should know the answer.
Be careful, everyone.
Ah, now I see. So you've come to kill me. I'm afraid that's not going to happen.
What just happened? Watch out, everyone!
It's stealing Ogre's style!
And it's smooth as well.
Now it stole my style!
You okay? Quite a predicament.
Power swing!
What happened? You okay? Let's show him. You okay?
Disintegrate! Focus.
Time for a duet. You're open. You okay?
I'm all out!
Let's show him. Quite a predicament.
Not yet. Power swing.
I'm sorry, Marcia, but this is for the best.
No more fighting, Mr. Kitty.
We had to do it, but I still feel sad.
For the act of spreading joy is the greatest joy of all, and may all your sorrows be my sorrows. Elise, truly, you are kind of heart.
I see. Yes. So you must be the human gentleman that Marcia spoke of. Please, I ask of you, when I'm gone, promise that you'll be there for her. Please do this for me.
Hey, what did that cat mean when he said Elise should know how he could talk?
Perhaps the cat experienced some sort of enhanced cognitive capacity. This sort of thing can happen during booster experiments on animals, for example.
For real?
A booster could do that?
Maybe Rollo can talk.
Meow.
I'm more concerned about something else he said. I have met the woman several times over the last year, and I did sense a certain loneliness about her. It is quite possible that the Marcia of our dimension is in a similar situation.
True. The prime dimension and fractured dimensions are usually kinda similar.
If the prime Marcia feels the same as her fracture counterpart, then her dream for the future seems quite similar to ours.
That would be great news!
Yeah,
Perhaps this knowledge will grant us the opportunity to open a dialogue with her. Oh, you flatter me. I'm just doing what anyone else would do. After all, the future of millions hangs in the balance. Until Marksburg can fulfill every facet of its purpose as a bridge between the two realms, this old fogey will still have work to do. You are quite an ace with... those backflips. But aren't those hard on your back? Here, allow me to apply a little cold compress to head off any swelling.
returning to Hamil takes me back to when we first met you, Jude.
What happened?
It was right here where we became friends. What was your first friend like, Elle?
Was it a boy or a girl?
Huh? It was a boy. A boy cat. He looked a little like Rollo. We were always together. It was so much fun.
I know what you mean. It's never boring with Tipo around.
I'm the best.
That's different. Tipo's a toy.
I am not a toy. I'm a premium quality plush companion.
That's just a fancy way of saying toy.
I am not a toy!
Look at them go.
Just brings them closer together.
I love the air here in Hamil. It's always so fresh and fruity. You're into cooking, right? You ever make anything with fruit? Aren't tomatoes a vegetable? Well, it doesn't really matter. Ripe tomatoes can be just as sweet and juicy. You really do like them, huh?
No way! Tomatoes are awful! Whatever you do, remove tomatoes from my dishes, okay?
DODA here. We've detected a new fractured dimension. The rift is near the Tatalian Abyss. We've sent you the coordinates. Please take care of it.
An agent's work is never done, is it? I'm happy to help. We can't just ignore a fractured dimension.
You really are a do-gooder, aren't you?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Sounds like a good way to get into trouble. Well, I'm no do-gooder, but I'll give you a hand. More people will make it easier, I'm sure.
Let's have a look around and see if we can figure out what the divergence catalyst is. Almost out of healing items.
Who's next?
Nice! Okay.
So
Wide open.
you gotten strong.
All right.
I figured as much.
Now I have the strength. All these people.
I can't. It hurts.
I have my hands full here. We'll talk later.
The pain. It's gone.
What? What did you just do?
Dad! Dr. Mathis, we have more casualties.
So even the extermination team can't handle that beast.
We'll be next if we don't get out of here.
I'm staying. I'm a doctor. I can't turn my back on people in need.
But hanging out here is suicide.
What if we said we'll take out the threat for you?
You can't be serious.
I am. I don't want to see any more victims. Sounds good.
If you insist. But be careful. Its wounds have driven it into a frenzy.
Don't drag your feet now.
There!
This monster is the Divergence catalyst.
Terrible.
How could this have happened?
Follow my lead.
She says, Luger.
Give up. You owe me.
Focus!
Great. Here we go.
Wide open!
Here we go.
I won't lose!
Follow my lead.
What she says, Luger.
Here we go. Here we go. Nowhere to run.
Out of my way!
Nowhere to run.
Thank goodness.
The real task comes next.
You got
Now I have the strength.
Hey!
Guess who just got stronger?
There's no other way. Dad.
And we're back. Are you sick or something?
No, it's nothing like that. That man was my father. But it was like I'd never been born in that dimension.
You haven't seen your daddy in a while either?
It's been ages. We've both been so busy. Sometimes, when I have time to think about it, I stop and wonder how he's doing. Ah, that's right. I should be careful what I say. Sorry, I'm rambling on. Seeing my dad got me thinking. He's a doctor. I'm a scientist. We're both trying to help people. Our jobs might be different, but we both want the same thing. Oh, that's me.
Jude?
I have to get back to Helioborg. I'd like you all to come with me if you could. I'm sorry, I don't have time to explain. Thanks. Let's go.
This is the Department of Liability Affairs. We've detected an outstanding debt on your account. I've sent an invoice. Please take care of it. Ha! What do you think? Did I sound like Vera? Dead-on impersonation, right?
I have a bad feeling about this. We better hurry. Spyrite Celsius? What? That's my device. What's going on, Balin?
Never. Never again shall you try to enslave me with your horrible contraptions. Get out of my way!
Celsius, I promise. We mean you no harm.
No harm? Your machine dominates my will and forces me into slavery. That's not harm?
Wait, what?
How many times must humanity repeat this? We spirits are not tools for the convenience of humankind.
Mary, I believe you owe us an explanation.
But what else was I supposed to do in this circumstance? We're at a dead end. Experiments on great spirits are the only way forward. Dr. Mathis said so himself. And, well, I thought that with his device, I would be able to control it.
And so, you used it with the Celsius fossil?
Without discussing your plan with anyone? What were you thinking?
I just wanted to help Jude. He has been so upset over our lack of progress. I just wanted to do something to help.
But doing something rash only makes things worse, you know? One small miscalculation could lead to disaster. It may already have, now that the great spirit Celsius is on the loose.
Balin, we need to terminate all of our experiments involving that device.
What?
What Celsius said really got to you, huh? About being enslaved and having her will dominated.
There must be a defect in my device. Celsius seemed like she was in agony. It filled her with rage.
Really? You can't be serious!
If that's what you really want, Jude, we'll abide by your decision.
I ended up making a machine that exploits spirits against their will. It was never my intention, of course, but that's hardly an excuse.
I'm so